Hi guys, welcome to the 9th episode of the First Girl podcast. So this week we are back. I know you've missed us, we've missed you too. But this week we gave you guys a very quick recap of what was meant to happen last week.
We talked about relationships. We can't avoid this.
We really can't.
We talked about Will Smith and the incident. You know what the
you know what it is.
We talked about being independent ladies and turning 25 and the fears that comes along with that age. And yeah, we talked a lot. Really, we had
yeah, you guys are in for a conversation.
Sit down and relax.
Whatever you're doing,
take that cup of tea or wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then listen to us because we will take you on a roller coaster of stuff.
Also, I'd like to apologise. I don't know how I sound, but if I sound blocked, I apologise.
I think you sound good, but I can't really hear you.
Yeah, I've had this cold for 2 weeks.
But yeah, I'm sure we sound okay. But yeah, bye guys.
Bye.
Are we going to introduce the episode?
Welcome to a brand new episode of the First Girl podcast.
Technically, it's meant to be 10, but it's 9.
It's 9. This is like 9 2.0.
Yeah, because of what happened last week. I don't even know how to feel. Basically, this is what's happened. So we were really excited. We found a brand new studio. Yeah. We spent a bit more. We're thinking, we need to spend more for quality.
Yeah.
First of all, the lights were terrible.
Favor.
Let me finish.
No, wait. Did you tell them the name of our podcast?
I did.
No, Favor, stop.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We're gonna edit.
Anyways, it was just a very interesting experience.
Yeah, it was. To be honest, it wasn't a bad experience, but we were wrong in the sense of the technicalities of it.
Yeah. So basically, we thought we connected the mic, but it wasn't connected. Although we could hear ourselves, whilst we were recording, but when we actually went back to listen to ourselves on the laptop, we couldn't hear anything.
No,
absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
So we don't want to upload something with low quality, because we are elevated.
High quality girls, ladies and gentlemen.
So we thought, you know what, it is what it is. It's happened.
So now we are at Favor's house. Yay!
So now this is gonna be technically our official.
Yeah, it's gonna be our just our spot, innit?
This is gonna be our new spot for now.
Yeah.
Until we get to our mansion, you know what I mean? But for now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're
proclaiming it.
Existence.
Okay, mansion.
Until we get into our mansions, for now, this is
what you have to deal with. You have to.
This is a spot. What's I deal with? No, this is the spot for now, and to be fair, I feel like this works perfectly for us, to be honest, because we're more comfortable. It's my house, my parents' house. You know what I mean? it's where I live in it, and we're not getting rushed with time.
Yeah, because last week we I mean, obviously, we did have a slot, so I'm not gonna say it in a negative way, but the girl was like, "That's the time."
Yeah, obviously it's not her fault. It's just the fact. It's just it's what's happened because we paid for a time limit. It's bound to happen because when you have a lot more to talk about, and we're being restricted, it's just a bit. It's like unnatural. We had to just unnaturally just end.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Bye, guys. It was too much. Oh, it was too much. So we just thought, you know what? This is it.
There's going to be no fire alarms in this one.
It is a fire alarm. I had to tell everyone in my family to go in their rooms. I said, everybody go, because I need to record.
Yeah.
So everyone's fully aware that we're recording. Do you know what I found so interesting? My dad has been so supportive.
Really?
He helped me set up, by the way.
Oh, yesterday. Thanks, Uncle.
And even today, he came downstairs. He was like, he's trying to clear things. He's like, when is she coming?
Oh, that's so cute.
I was trying to rant. I was like, because basically my grandma started cooking. I told my grandma, make sure you do everything before 1 p.m. 12:50, I can smell the whole rice is burning. And I was like, Mama, I call her Mama. I said, Mama, I told you to please cook earlier. She looked at me like,
who are you to tell me when to cook?
Are you talking to me? And I'm thinking,
oh my God.
I told these people. And then Milk was like, hey, it's not a big of a deal. I'm like, you don't understand. Because first of all, I don't want to be smelling of burnt rice. And my dad was the only person who understood. He was like, the house is smelling.
Oh,
and just opened the windows and sprayed. I was like, see, for some reason, I just never thought he would be this type of person. I would be very, but it makes sense because even when I was younger, whenever I would do anything creative wise, I would go to my dad because he would be the person I would hype you up the most. I would draw something stupid, he'd be like, "Whoa, you are so fantastic! Whoa, you are artist! Whoa,
oh my days,
this is talent! This is talented!" And my mom would be like, "Yes,
it's all right."
So to be fair, it's not like I'm shocked, but it's nice to be reminded of his, like him being, he was very supportive. Like he was trying to make sure, help me set up, doing different things, trying to clear things for me. Like when I mean, I'm not joking, he was holding the stuff for me.
Oh, that's so
I didn't ask him
cute.
at all. He just came and was like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I was like, okay. And then he started helping me something. He was like, okay, I think you need to put this here. I'm like, does he even know what he's talking about? But we just have to let him do it. Yeah, honestly, yeah. So we're happy to have our new setup.
It is. It's a cute, cozy little thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite nice.
It's cute. We were going to do a recap of last week because I feel like last week's episode, it would have been so good. And you know what I've realised? That, you know what? For people that listen to us on a regular, we actually accept constructive criticism. Mm-hmm. So if we're shouting in the microphone, let us know, innit? Because I feel like last week's episode was calm.
Yeah. And no, to be fair, people have told me that not that I was shouting, people have told me about like the sound, like we've had issues with our sound, which is why we've been trying to working so hard to try and improve our sound. Like we've done so much and we've come a long way, to be honest. Like all this started off from we just didn't want to do a podcast
to now we're sitting up in Fever's house.
Honestly, now we have 2 professional mics. We spent a lot on everything, but like what Genevieve said, constructive criticism is definitely welcomed. Yeah. Do you want to start off with your recap, or do you want me to start?
We can share it, I guess. So we started off by giving a message to our mums because it would have been Mother's Day. Yeah, so we gave a message to our mothers because they needed it. We appreciate them. Then I thought about this yesterday in bed. You know, when we were talking, you know how I said that I feel like I would be that type of like prayer warrior in my family, and you were like, that's cringe. Do you want to explain yourself, Ava?
Okay, when I said cringe, you know how do I put it? When someone does something, you just look at you thinking you're doing a bit too much. Because with me, and how person I am, I find things very cringe easily. I don't know why, but sometimes it might look like it's cringe, but when I'm actually doing it, it's not cringe. Does that make sense? So I look at my mom like, oh, she's doing too much. But I know that if I was a mom, I probably would do the same thing.
Yeah,
of course, there's power in prayer, of course, but sometimes like when she's screaming, I'm thinking...
Not screaming.
Why is that part of the prayer? That's what I mean. I'm like,
oh my days.
That's a bit cringe. Why are you screaming for? But I understand that when I get to that stage of being a mother, I know that I would probably do the same thing. Because I think what I was trying to emphasize on last week was there's different types of prayer. I just feel like you shouldn't always be quiet in prayer, because like prayer is a communication. And when you talk to your friends, let's say you talk to your friend, you're not always quiet.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's different pitch. Like sometimes you're loud, sometimes you're quiet, sometimes you're more expressive, sometimes you're a bit calmer. So it's like there's different types of communication. But when you're used to hearing your mom do one method of communication, you're like, are you sure you don't want to use it in other ways?
Yeah.
And I was also talking about, not trying to throw shade, but like people just in general, like in church, for example, like you have that one person who's always shouting, like always, and it's like, is it that you want all of us to hear your prayer, or is this how you talk to God? When I don't have to explain it. Like, it's just like me personally, I just don't use that method all the time. I don't feel like but I know there's definitely a need. There's a need to shout when it's time you want to go to battle. Like, what?
Spiritual warfare. Battle, let's go.
There's a need for it. I just don't feel like every time that's needed. And there's people that do that all the time, and I'm like, if that's you, that's fine for you. For me personally, I find that cringe, because I'm like, it gets to a point where, are you just praying, or do you want us to hear your prayer?
Yeah. And you know what's bad? We went to Nando's after because Favor wanted wings, and we were sat next to I have never...
Exactly. And do you know what's mad? Because we talked about loudness, and that happened.
Yeah. So there was these 3 girls. You could tell they were at university, but it's like, we actually don't need to hear everything. Like, it was like, and then she came to my door, and she was knocking on the... Hey, please, I felt so uncomfortable. But anyway, so we talked about our moms. Then what did we talk? I don't know. We
started talking about our fears and what we're gonna dive into that a bit more in this episode. But we're talking about things that we're afraid of, and then we talked about
We talked about a lot, you know.
There's a pastor you ranted about. The pastor you said that.
Online.
What? I don't remember, but I know that I said something about it.
Yeah, so basically, I basically mentioned that there was a pastor on Instagram that released a video of him reacting to one of the scenes in the Disney Plus show, Turning Red, and he was saying how it was all demonic and and the people in the comments were like, as soon as I saw that this movie was about dishonoring your parents, I switched it off. And I was just saying that not everything in the world is bad.
Demonic. I remember I said that sometimes all these conspiracy theories, it might sound a bit far-fetched to us.
Yeah.
But some of it, like especially with coronavirus, like it's like some of the things that people have said online that sounded a bit, now you're really reaching, has come to pass, and it's actually happened. So I was saying to Jen, like, when we hear things online, even though it sounds ridiculous, just don't be quick to what's that word?
Not criticize.
Dismiss it.
Yeah.
Don't be quick to dismiss it and be like, oh, it's just you're doing it's not true. Like, you take every information with a pinch of salt, but still, it could happen because there's a lot of things that sounded crazy 5 years ago, especially this whole putting chip and getting. Who knew that you had to be forced to get a vaccine? There's just so many things that you would never think that they have to force you, that to the point you might even you can't even travel to places that that's never going to happen, but it actually happened. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that even when I hear online, to me it sounds a bit like you're really saying too much, but I've learned to just mind my own business. I listen to it, I'm like, I move on because if it sounds too much to me, but it potentially can happen. Someone it can happen. So I'm like, I don't know. I listen to them like, okay. So that's what I was saying, but we are gonna go into this.
You missed one thing as well.
What things did I miss out?
It was like one of the highlights of last week's episode.
What was it?
You don't remember?
No.
Really? So basically, Favour was basically telling us, not in detail, but she just basically was telling us about how she's kissed 10 men. And I was just like, wow.
I'm about to lie.
Lying, that's something I don't do. I don't lie. And I was just like,
that's what I said.
This is a different size. Maybe that's why. And you sabotaged that episode, didn't you? Because after that, you reflected and you didn't want to expose yourself.
Just crazy. Okay. Mad. If you're gonna start this year, if I start saying, man, they'll be like, "Hey, should I attack me? Should I embarrass me online?" Oh man, talking about embarrassment. Genevieve does this thing where every single conversation we have,
not every single, that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Every single conversation we have, she puts to a light, and people will see me as a mad woman. Whereas,
she threatened me.
Whereas I have way more information from Genevieve's end.
What information do you have?
Voice notes. Just the voice notes alone. Just the voice notes alone. You're finished. You're actually finished. If I ever release that online,
I don't say anything mad on these voice notes.
If I ever release all your voices online, people will see it as a mad person. You actually look like a bad woman. There's me, the one that was texting, and this girl's already posted, thinking, what? I'm there trying to protect your image, and you're here trying to. She even said, if anyone wants to date me, run. Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine? Who does that to a friend? I was like, I'm gonna wait. I was like, I'm gonna wait till she comes here because I was so angry. I couldn't reply. Don't touch me. I was so angry.
Why were you angry?
I deleted the reply. I was like, I need to meet her in person because how dare this girl say no one should date me? How can a friend say that? How can a friend say that? Tell people. So I can have a potential person looking at me online. And she's already trying to chase them away. And I had to message.
I don't have boys on my Instagram. So
you don't have any boy on your Instagram?
None at all.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So who are you telling to go away then? Oh, okay. No,
I'm joking. I do have.
So you just literally just.
I'm trying to protect you. The boys I have on my Instagram, they're not for you, Favour. I'm actually doing you a favour, but okay. So yeah, like I was saying, Favour is as a friend. Is there anything that you want me to do for you?
So, as a friend, I'm really happy about this question.
Oh my god!
So I would like you to take me to Dubai, pay for my plane ticket, pay for everything, accommodation. Don't open your mouth.
No, because I'm looking for someone to do that for me as well.
What is this?
Oh,
you just asked me.
Nah, the absolute cheek of it. Carry on.
You just asked me.
No, carry on then.
Then let me finish. Then why are you interrupting my?
Carry on.
I want a plane ticket to Dubai, flight, accommodation, everything paid for, and For now, that's what I want.
Can you get yourself a boyfriend so he can do that for you?
What is this?
No, get yourself a man. These 10 men that you've been lip-syncing up and down road, okay?
Is this what's going to be like? Oh, I am ready.
Ready for what? You have no dirt on me at all. Anyway, these 10 men... Don't look at me.
Because I don't already. I don't have anything on you, so...
You actually don't.
Exactly.
I'm a good girl. I stay at home.
That's fine.
Yeah. I only go to work and that's it.
That's wonderful. I'm just saying.
Okay.
If this is the angle, this is the energy you're trying to bring. I'm carrying like his 10 man that's in Genevieve's head, by the way, that I have never seen. Hey, that's what you're going to do.
You know, up and down road. I've been hearing stuff since sixth form. So...
What road? But you don't even leave your house. Yeah, so that's my request. So when is it going to happen?
You know what? I'm even a trip to Scotland, I'd appreciate if someone took me.
Okay, you know what? I think the question is, what can you give me as a friend? Because you asked him to tell you.
No, I don't. I'm not asking. I didn't say give. I said do. Give and do are two completely different things. They're two different things, Favour. Because I can give you a trip to Dubai, but I can't do it for you.
What? So, okay, what can you do for me then?
That's what I'm asking you. What do you want from me as a friend? That doesn't include money. Please.
This is rubbish. This is such a rubbish request. Do you for me? I don't know.
That just means I'm doing a good job, innit?
There's nothing that... You don't do anything for me?
Oh!
What do you do for me? What do you actually do?
I sent you voice notes, bro. That's enough.
You do something for
me.
know,
voice notes are actually my love language. They're actually my love language.
What does that fall under? Is that
no, just voice notes. It's its own category.
It's just voice notes.
Yeah, bro. I think it's a love language in itself.
I don't think. You know what? I've just learned to accept that my friends are very different from me. Because I don't get how everybody is so different from me. Genevieve, all my friends love to send me voice notes.
Yeah.
All you see on my phone is voice notes, videos, voice notes. I'm like, does no one want to text anymore? All you see is literally me texting back to every voice note. And I get that every single person. I'm like, it can't be... Because initially I thought it was just you and Jen. And you and Jen. You and Anissa.
Yeah.
But then I've just realised a lot of people do that to me. Just send me voice notes.
It's just easier to get your point across.
And I'm like, yeah, but don't be like texting anymore. I like texting. I like the fact that I can write. Do you like writing? Okay. I actually do, even though I'm not much of a writer, I do enjoy writing my thoughts and making sure, not just saying that. I don't mind, because before initially I hated my own voice. I didn't, but now it's not even about hearing myself. I actually don't care. Like I'll easily talk and record myself, but I actually do enjoy typing, typing and seeing my words. Even sometimes I look back to my what I've written, it doesn't make sense. I think there's something I texted you yesterday. I was like, huh?
And you replied after.
I was like, huh? What did I write? This is not even English.
Oh, days.
But I personally enjoy texting, and I feel like people should come back to the old days of texting. Actually, we need to go back to letters, man.
It would be so romantic if someone said, bro, just tell me your feelings and
write it down. You see what I'm saying? Write it down. Like, why is everything...
Favour, next week you're going to start getting letters.
From you?
Whoever's listening.
No one knows my address. So how are they going to send me a letter? No, but honestly, like, we need to go back to the old days of romance.
Yeah,
we really do. So much better.
Yes.
Everything, even the way people like approach people. Now you just hear people just cut.
Hello, my lady, you look beautiful.
Now, actually, don't they say yo to you on Instagram.
Yeah, like wagwan. No, I don't want a wagwan.
I was thinking of today. We haven't even gone into the topic about it. Anyways, we're still gonna go and talk about what we plan to talk about. But anyways, I wanted to talk about this thing. I was thinking about this morning. What are the ways people are using to approach people? Like, what do you call them? What's it? Catch up. What do you call them? Is it pick up lines? Catch up lines. Yeah, catch up lines. No, pick up. Wait, what am I catching?
Catch up. We're catching up.
No, pick up lines. Like, what are the pick up lines these days?
I genuinely. I can't even think.
Because some of the pick up lines, I'm not me or that people are getting.
Yeah,
I'm thinking people are just not. Is this the new way? The one the one people are getting.
Yeah. Carry on.
I think I know you from somewhere. No, you don't.
You actually don't.
I've never met you in my life. I don't know who you are. And this is a new one, you know. Because every season is a different one. There's a yo people that I never reply to because you must be crazy. Who's yo? Who are you yoing? And there's the,
you know, if you say that in Lingala, it's actually rude. It's like saying oi. Like yo,
like what's I'm not gonna reply. Even in person, if you walk down the street, someone goes yo.
Who's yo?
Who's yo? Is it you?
Are you calling Yolanda?
Nah, man. So, but I've just realized people are finding you, and the new one is, I think I know you from somewhere. You look like someone that I know. You. I think I've seen you somewhere. No, you don't. Like,
it's disgusting.
People we need to go back to the old days where people are coming with like proper.
I think if someone was just like, they came up to me. I mean, it depends, innit? But if someone came up to me and was like, hi, you know, I've not been watching you, but I've seen you. I think you're really pretty. You seem really cool. Like, can we get to know? Even that is simple.
To be fair, that's actually, I was going to say, you've been watching is a bit...
Yeah, that's why I kind of retracted a little bit. But even just something along the lines of that, just...
That's actually nice.
Yeah.
Like, I think all it takes is for someone to introduce himself in a very, very respectful way.
Yeah, literally.
Like, just be like, hi, my name is this. Whatever you're beautiful or something like that, and I just want to get to know you. It's like it doesn't even take the person to say to you, I have been watching you, or no, just compliment them and go straight to the point. Not, I don't know, like the ways
because I remember in my last job there was this one guy and he was interested in me. Now the thing is, it baffles me to this day because obviously I used to work outside a lot of the times, isn't it? So I used to wear layers upon layers. So like, it's not, even if what's the word? Apparently. I don't know. Apparently I have a big ass. I don't know. So even if I wear like 3 layers, I don't do that.
So apparently I have a big ass. Get out. Hi. We don't see. We see it. Even you see it. So apparently, I should just drop it and try to run away. Well, I'm going to highlight and drag it out. She does have a big bum bum. Big bum bum.
I hate you.
Okay, carry it.
So anyway, yeah. So I used to be like, like I'm wearing like, I don't know, like 2 leggings and my trousers, like it's hidden. And there was this guy that was interested in me and he thought the best way to go about it was talk about my body. Like I remember there was a time where he did this multiple times to the point where I had to work with him one day and I said to my leader, I can't work with this person because he literally makes me uncomfortable. Like to the point where if I'm working with him and if I catch him looking at me, or even if he doesn't say anything extreme, my mood immediately goes down because it's like I'm trying to talk to customers and they're out here talking about my bum.
That's
what is that?
Key harassment.
There was this one day he was trying to get past me or something. Bear in mind, we're still outside. This boy put his hands. It wasn't like there for a long time, but you know when someone's trying to pass you and they put their hands on their. Favor, my entire mood was ruined that day. I just gave up on the day.
Do you know, this is why I know that I'm different from you. Do you know, I've actually ruined his life. I've done it before.
Of course you have.
What?
Nah.
I'm like, excuse me, why did you just touch me?
Luckily, it wasn't long after COVID came, so we had to stop working, so I never had to see him face to face again. But
that's harassment.
No, it is.
Because, oh my days. People don't realise, like, there's different types of girls. There's girls that like you to be as straightforward and compliment their bodies. You have to gauge the girl you're talking to.
And the thing is, it's not even like I said, it's not even like I wore things that I used to wear like baggy jumpers and like I never used to wear anything that you could see anything. So the fact that I
don't like that.
No.
That actually irritates me.
No.
I remember in primary school, one little boy touched it and tapped my ass, and I made a whole big scene about it. And I nearly beat him off and they were like, please stop. My head teacher was begging me. Everyone was begging me. What? I'm not joking. When I said I've done. I hate people feel like they can just touch you.
No, it's out of all. And the thing is, there was another guy as well who liked me and he was... Nah, you know what? To be fair, this is my fault because someone had opened, because I didn't see it as anything in it. Someone had opened my eyes and made me realize that he was interested in me. So there was this one day, you know what? I've never had a lot of people come to me and tell me, "Oh, Jen, I'm interested in you." So when this guy, but when I found out, I was just like, oh, my ego, you know, definitely got boosted. I remember it was just me and him. We were waiting for someone to open the office. I literally made him confess that he liked me, right? I just needed my ego stroking.
How did you make him confess? What did you say to him?
I don't know, we were just talking about people in the office, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, like sometimes I see the way that you look at this person, I can tell you're interested." I was like, "No, I'm not." And then I said to him, "Okay, so who are you interested in?" He was like, "Nah, I'm not going to." So I was like, "No, say," knowing very well that I knew he was interested in me. That was my mistake. So he told me, "Oh yeah, I think you're cute," or whatever. I was just like, "Oh, that's nice."
If you ever get that's nice from a girl, yeah, the girl is not interested.
I am evil. So anyway, yeah, that was my biggest mistake, because even though I never showed any interest in him, even though I never reciprocated anything, this guy then thought he could just do anything. He'd always be next to me. He always wanted to work with me. I remember it was just me and him one day. He was like, "Oh, Jen, I'm cold. Can you give me a hug?" I said, "No." The entire day he just wanted a hug. I was like, "Uncle, please." Like, I literally give you dirty looks. How have you not clocked that I don't like you?
It's your fault, though.
No, I know. I'm very aware of that.
I can be fully aware that you like me, and I will act like I still, until this is me. This is for me personally. Until you've said it with your own mouth to me, even if I hear it from 1 million people, I'm still gonna act like I don't know nothing, because you never told me. If you haven't told me, then nothing exists.
Yeah.
And I think I only do that because most of the times I'm not interested in the person. So
yeah.
I know, for me, if I know that if it was a person where I was interested in and they have expressed their feelings to somebody else, I probably would do what you did, try to probe them a bit, try and make them, I don't know.
You just say it.
To not just say it, but try to make them see that I'm kind of interested as well, but not too much. But if I'm not interested, we're going to be friends and bro for life.
Nah, that was my biggest mistake. I just wanted to hear someone say that they liked me.
To be fair though, this is a bit of a weird thing. I don't think people like to admit to it as much, but it's nice to be told that people like you.
Yeah, of course.
And not because you're interested in them. It's just out of ego.
Nice,
like, oh, I'm still wanted. Like, people still find me attractive. And you might not even want to be in a relationship. You just want to know that
attention.
Because remember, there's this girl. Do you know what's this? John Lennon? What's his name?
John Lennon. John Legend.
Yeah, the singer, the one that likes to sing and play piano.
Yeah, John Legend.
His wife.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah. She posted a tweet saying how she loves when she gets compliment from men, not because she's married, obviously.
Yeah.
Not because she's attracted to them. People attacking her, were saying, "Oh my gosh, how can a married woman be saying this?" And I'm like, you guys don't get it, do you?
No, they really don't.
She obviously doesn't want to leave her husband, but it's still nice to know that people still find you attractive because you want to go and do stuff with them.
Yeah.
It's because you want to know you're attractive. Simple as is to try and boost your ego, boost your morale about how you see yourself. And we didn't even plan to talk about this.
How did we even get here? What did we even talk about?
Anyways, the topic this week is what I thought about this. I feel like we should really talk about what we find, what we're scared of. Okay. Like, I'm scared of heights. You asked me, you said what? Anyways, linking it to being the firstborn. Okay. Because obviously we are firstborns, and we're talking about this like recently. We're talking about how, because I'm 25, Jennifer's going to be 25 in... literally next month. Is it next month? We're April already. My gosh! I know. Are you serious? We're already in April, bro. Oh my god. Yeah. Isn't today meant to be April Fool when you're meant to be like 1st of April? Who's got time? Who's got energy for that anymore? Oh, I'm going to prank someone today. Oh God, please don't do it to me. I'm sensitive to it. I'm going to prank someone. Who should I prank? Shut up. Anyways, so we're going to talk about being 25 and the fears that comes along with that age. Mm-hmm. So I wrote a few things down. Oh, hey, she came prepared. All right. Not a few things, but I basically wrote... So I wrote 3 main fears for you. So the first one is the fear of the unknown. The second one is the fear of not making it. Okay. Kind of like, it's quite similar, but it's different. I know why. Yeah. And also third one is the fear of mistakes. So, okay, which one should I go into a bit more? I think I'll talk about the mistakes one a bit more. Let's do it, darling. Let's do it. So basically I wrote down that basically being the firstborn, right? I don't think we have as much luxury to make mistakes. We're not in the same position. Whereas if I was younger, I could make 1,000 and a million mistake, and everyone will overlook it as, oh, she'll eventually make it. Whereas me, it's like everyone wants me to be already financially there. Everything should be settled. And even though they're not, it comes from a good place, and they don't say it directly, but indirectly with what they ask, like certain questions I get asked from my parents, and just not even just parents, aunties in general. It's almost as if, what's happening? You're 25 and you're firstborn.
Like what are you doing? Yeah.
You can't not be doing anything. You can't not know what you want to do. I'm sorry. You can still be confused at the age of 60 because life is confused. Life is full of confusion. People can act like they know what they want. You can want something, doesn't mean it's going to go that way. You can have a desire for things you want in the future, but it doesn't mean that's going to happen. So I can sit here and tell you, this is what I want, but doesn't mean I'm good. Like, it doesn't mean it could go that way. So like a lot of people just freestyle, and everyone pretends that they know what they're doing most times.
I think if people were more honest with themselves and other people about, I have no idea what I'm doing in this life, like the pressure would be taken away.
Literally,
100%.
Because I'm there thinking, if you're still 50 and you're thinking, I want to go and study this at university, that's also fine. But then, because I know some aunties that do that. But I'm thinking, so what gives you the right to tell me what you're doing when you're 15, you want to go study in university? Clearly, you're still figuring life out. Yeah. Same way I'm still figuring life out at the age of 25. I'm still young.
We are literal babies, if you think about it.
I'm still young. So why do you feel that? And the way they say this is what frustrates me. I can't be quick to, like, let's say, because someone can say to you, why don't you just tell the aunties? You can't just tell them, because the way they say it and the way they word it, it's not a thing of like they're attacking you. It's a very simple question, like, what are you doing? You haven't, really? What do you mean, really? Like, what are you doing? Like, we're all confused. We're all trying to figure things out. And it's like, and also adding that additional pressure of being the firstborn now. It's like, oh, you're the eldest daughter. What do you mean that you haven't sorted things out? Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to carry on? Yes, auntie, that's what I want to do. I feel like me personally, I get this more from external people, because my mom is a bit more relaxed, even though she has her moments here. But like, it's more external aunties, and I get the pressure of not making mistake, mostly from a relationship standpoint. Recently, I don't think I've told you, bare aunties have been calling my mom, trying to arrange me to get married. Genevieve, what the heck is this? And my mom, being a modern Western woman, she's like, no. But it's like, imagine my mom wasn't like that. What the heck is going on? Why don't, and someone could, there's two ways you can look at it as like, oh, they see you as a respectful daughter, and they see you as someone they want to. Yeah, they want their son to be with. Their sons to be with. Yeah. The other end is, chill out, mate.
Relax a little bit, auntie.
Chill out.
Back up, thank you.
I just turned 25 December.
Yeah.
Let me breathe. Like, honestly, it's been a lot. Like, I was getting to a point where I'm low-key scared to go to places with my mom, because I know one auntie's going to be like, oh, is that your daughter? Oh, everywhere. Even till this Monday, actually.
Really?
Someone called my mom again saying, oh, and they love to say this thing about he's a doctor. What
that doesn't mean anything.
What am I doing with it? He's a doctor. Am I eating doctor? What am I doing with that? I don't care about for me personally, my thing is almost like I can't make a mistake in terms of like, relationship or finance. Everything has to be perfect because I'm older now. So by now you should know what you're doing. I was even watching his YouTube channel, and this girl, someone was saying how, when you're younger, you can make mistakes because you don't know what you're doing. But when you're reaching 25, you should know what you're doing. How?
Not really.
Who puts a time scale on when confusion ends? We all hope for confusion to end quick. Obviously, no one wants to live in a limbo of, I don't know what I'm doing. Yet, no one should pressure anybody to be quick to come out of that. Because sometimes out of confusion, amazing things come. Because when you're so focused on, I want this to go this way, you could even be limiting yourself. Yeah. Especially from a Christian standpoint, like, we could have my mindset on, I want this to go like this. This is how it should go. And God is like, nah, mate. I want to go. Oh my God,
it's mad, because I was thinking this. I say speaking to Danny. I was sending her voice notes, and I said, this thing that we're talking about, like, obviously, I'm kind of like being a bit more realistic with myself. And then I said to myself, I actually need to pray about it, because I want this thing to happen, and I've got all these like whatever in my head, but like, what if it's not meant to work out the way that I want it to. Like, I actually need to put my trust in God
100%.
Because then if I'm just going with my emotions, maybe it's not going to work out the way I want it to. So
it's also okay to go with your emotions because, like I said, the fear of making mistakes comes sometimes because you don't want to make a mistake. You don't do anything.
Yeah,
it's okay to still make the mistake, which is why I that's something I personally struggle with. Like, I don't want to make a mistake. I want God to be like, this is it now. No, but sometimes because I'm confused, just do it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
just me knowing that God is still there and is still in control. Even if it doesn't work out, it's still going to work out because there's always another way.
Yeah.
So that situation, even if you've done it, you try to speak to the person or do what you need to do and it didn't work out, that's fine. But if you didn't do anything, you still have that wonder, constantly thinking,
like, what if
is worse than making mistakes,
100%. Yeah,
I want to make a mistake and be like, that was terrible. I was gonna swear. I don't swear.
Oh, she doesn't swear.
But that was terrible.
Yeah.
But imagine saying, I haven't even done this, I don't know what it's like. And things because time doesn't wait for nobody. You know how things change in life quick.
Literally.
1 minute, this person's like, next thing, another. If you haven't done it, you've missed that opportunity. So why not just try it? It failed, but you can be like, you know what? I tried. I didn't let the fears of failing and making mistakes stop me from doing whatever I wanted to do. So for me personally, that's something I'm still getting there.
Yeah.
I'm still getting there, but it's something I definitely, and I feel like it's been heightened by turning 25.
Okay.
Like, all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing there? God, what do I want to do?
Yeah.
Now I'm like in a space where I know that I'm not younger anymore, so I can't just be chilling. But also, I'm trying to tell myself you're still quite young.
Yeah, 100%.
What's yours, Genevieve?
You know what? I kind of want to bring it back to what you said.
Yeah.
I feel like before, when I was younger, I had the fear of mistakes because I was too reliant on following what my parents were saying. But I think I'm the type of person where I don't really have that fear because... And I honestly don't know if this is a good or bad thing, but I'm very nonchalant about life.
Okay.
Like, I'm very, like, go with the flow. If it, like, I don't stress myself out about things. Like, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it's not meant to be. Like, I'm very just like, whatever. Yeah. So I feel like I genuinely don't, especially since making myself aware of the fact that I am my own person. I don't need to constantly listen to my parents or do what they need me to do because at the end of the day, it's my life. Ever since then, I've just been kind of just like, whatever happens in life, I'm just what do they say? Just going with the flow. Yeah.
Do you know what? I also have that element. I'm quite relaxed. Like,
yeah.
Even at work, people started calling me Angel because basically the work when I was doing 9 to 5, it was highly stressful and it was a very fast paced. Like, we're dealing with money. You know how people are.
Yeah.
Humans. If you touch their money, you see the worst side.
Yeah,
of humans.
definitely.
So, like, a lot of people everyone's just always stressed, and people were asking me, "Why are you not stressed?" So I do have that element of myself, which is very strange. Like, in situations where everyone's stressed, I could easily not be stressed.
I'm calm, bro. I look at everyone like...
But when it comes to, like, where I want my life to go, that's different. So, like, in terms of, like, things that are happening now, I'm not stressed. It takes a lot for me to be like, oh my God, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, especially when I listened to the recording and it wasn't working, I was like, what? But after I was like,
it's funny because my mindset is that there's always going to be a solution for it. Yeah.
So initially I was like, oh my gosh, we spent all that money, all of this, and the recording didn't come out. But thinking about my future, I have a little bit of not anxiety, but a little bit of just, I don't know. Like, I have an idea, I have a clear vision of where I want to see myself, but how to get there, I'm just meant to just blindly just trust God. Yeah, I get what you mean.
So hard.
I can't. It's in theory that's what you're supposed to do, but in practicality, it's like hard. How can you? Someone is like, to me, this is what I see. Someone's blindfolded you. I said, just trust me, so it's gonna work out. You're getting slapped, be like, nah, it's gonna work out. Trust me. What? Yeah. That's more of the angle I'm coming from. Not because I'm like not nonchalant. I'm quite relaxed. Like, in terms of daily activities or most times with people stress, I'm quite relaxed.
Yeah.
But it's just about, okay, my future, how it's gonna look like. Like,
did you watch that TikTok I sent you of that lady talking?
Which one? You sent me a lot.
I sent you like 3. Basically,
7.
Anyway, so basically there was a woman talking about how what did she say? She talked about worldly thinking, because she said she's a naturally like overthinker. She said about the difference between worldly thinking and like godly thinking, and she basically said that there was a situation financially, something about her child's nursery, they missed a payment, so she had to pay 2 payments, and she started stressing because she was like, well, that means, you know, with all the bills increasing and the petrol, what am I going to do? Then she said that she had this very strong urge to turn to the Bible. I can't remember what passage she gave, and it was basically like, the Bible verse was like, you know, like the birds, they don't stress about their next food or the tree that they're gonna sleep on, whatever. Like, so why can't, like, your life is more important than the birds and the animals and the trees and all of that. So you need to start having more like trust in me and stop stressing about all of those things, because I'm going to take care of it. And then she said, okay, she meditated on that, whatever. The next day, she didn't worry about it, she didn't stress. And then the nursery, when she went to pick up her daughter, the nursery said, oh, we've realized that is too much for you to pay for. You can pay in installments. So I feel like, what was the point of me saying this? But you get what I mean? It's like there's certain things.
Just trust God, basically.
Yeah, like even in things that we feel like, oh my God, like whatever. Like even like I told you, yeah, I checked my bank account. I said, what is going on? Like, it's not like I'm broke, but it's a lot less than I expected. But I looked at it and I thought, like, realistically, at the same time, I just wasn't stressed, because I know that there's nothing that's going to, like, with the amount that I have, it's not like I'm going to be majorly stressed or I'm like panicking and I can't. Yeah. I know that at the end of the day, I can still wake up, go to work, come back. If I need to spend money on food or whatever, I've still got enough until I get paid. So yeah, I'm very chill about life.
Yeah, do you know what it is? The whole thing about trusting God, and is all linked to faith. Like, faith is just believing in the unknown, things you can't see, believing it would work out, right? So in theory, I know. You know, knowing something and actually doing it in practicality is completely different things. Mm-hmm. I know that's the right thing to do. I know that you're not supposed to stress, because stress doesn't actually do anything. Yeah. Stress just makes you almost paralyzed, mentally and physically. Because when you're almost like, whoa, I don't know what to do, you don't do anything. Because you're so stressed, you don't do anything. It's an actual thing. But it's, I know that. Which is what I'm saying, I'm working on it. Like, I have my days where I'm like, what? I have 1p my camel cake. That's never
Please,
happened.
I pray to God that's never happened to you.
But still, I'm trying to exaggerate. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm like, what? I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm okay. But I have my moments where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Sometimes I do look at myself and think, why am I so chill? Like, sometimes I feel like...
That's a good thing, though.
I don't know, because sometimes I feel like I need to not necessarily worry, but I need to have some
drive.
Yeah, I don't know, but literally, I am like I'm probably like one of the least stressed people I know in my life. I just like...
That's a good thing. It's not, you shouldn't be stressed. But there's a difference between being not stressed and not doing anything. If you're just not doing anything, that's different. Yeah. But you're doing something and you're not stressed, that's perfect.
Okay, thank you,
Why would you need to be stressed? Stress doesn't do anything. It adds nothing. Yeah. Some people like to say, oh, I like to work on pressure. It's not a good thing.
No, not always.
It's not always a good thing, because when you work on pressure, you're not giving your best. You're working on overdrive mode. So you're not really... You're not allowing your brain to really to take time to do what it would usually do at the time that's required. You make your time work too quick within a short space of time. It's not good. But some people have said, yeah, because I remember at uni, oh my gosh, at uni, there was people that would never do their course. They'll do coursework 2 days before deadline.
Favor, that was me.
Then I couldn't do that.
That was, I literally remember, because I think they introduced it like a year before, or the year that we went into uni, where they were like, I don't know, maybe it's my uni, but my uni said every assignment is due by 4 p.m. If it comes, you can submit it after, but if it's after, you're only capped at 40%. I submitted my assignment at 3:59:42 seconds. Favor, I have never just seen the thing go loading. Oh my God.
Do you know who I was? 3 months before the deadline.
Nah, I wish I had that energy.
I would plan out every single word and what I'll first of all find all my research, all the books, journals, everything that I need. Then I'll break it down. So I had different stages. So there was a stage of research, there was a stage of writing. So I would actually write my things down, because I want to see how it flows. Yeah. Then I'll type it out. Then I had stages. And I remember there was a time, I think when I turned 21, I was going to France for my birthday. You was invited and you couldn't make it, remember?
Oh, no. Yeah, can we not talk about that?
Anyways, so I was going, so it was like that week before I was about to go to France, I had like 5 coursework, and that was the worst period of my university life because it was horrible.
Yeah.
I don't work like that. So basically, I didn't have the choice to space it out because it was all required at the same time. So that week, I remember that week, I was staying up. The night before we traveled, I stayed up to 4 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah.
It was horrible. And to me, I was like, is this how people work? And I didn't do my best. Because that's not me. It didn't work. But I didn't do terrible, but I didn't do my best.
Yeah.
And there's people, my other friend did amazing. Because that's how she worked. I don't work like that. Don't stress me. No, I don't like it. Which is why, that's why why I talk about the whole fear of the unknown and future stuff. Because I like to plan things out. I like to know that, I think it's the thing of being in control to an extent.
100%,
and it's kind of linked to being a firstborn, because when you're a firstborn, you're always
in control. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It's not just random.
No,
personality is not just a random
thing.
It came from somewhere.
Yeah.
The element of wanting to be in control of every single situation. When I mean everything, to the everything. Sometimes people think, this is going to sound a bit tapped. Guys, I'm actually a normal person.
Okay.
But sometimes I allow people to think they're in control, but trust me, I'm really in control. I have researched everything I need to know about every single thing.
Okay.
This is not speaking about, it's not just relationship, but just in general of anything. Yeah. Most times I just sit back because I'm like, I want you to
feel like you're in control.
Mentally.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's mine.
What fear do I have since I'm about to turn 25? Like I said, I don't deep these things, you know. Like I said, I just wake up.
Then that's a lie. You told me you were scared of 1025.
That was Marzanella.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was, bro. I have accepted aging. I'm actually excited to grow old. Like, I'm excited to see how I'm going to be when I'm older. Grey hair shining through. Got my kids, possibly grandkids. Like, this is what I mean. I'm just very nonchalant. I'm excited.
I'm excited to grow old, but I want this is an ideal image of my future that I do want.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't see myself going through all of the situation. Not saying I've suffered, but I've gone through stuff. I'm thinking, I don't want all of it. Not saying it's going to be in vain, but just don't want that to be a thing where I get to a certain age and thinking, what was all that for? You get it? Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I would say that I guess you could say that I do have not a fear, but it's a concern of it made so much sense in my head like 10 seconds ago. What was I going to say? A case of, I guess you could say to some extent, I do have that fear of, like you just said, like kind of doing things and then not finding like the meaning or purpose behind it. Because I do tend to find, like when I wasn't working, I was very picky with my jobs. Because I didn't want it to be a case of like, not to shame anyone that works in Tesco. I think you're all beautiful, fantastic people. But I didn't want...
Beautiful. Wow.
In God's eyes, we're all beautiful. Okay. But I didn't want it to be like, okay, I found a job in Tesco, that's fine. Skipped 5 years, I'm now the manager there. Like I was like, my mum would be like, Jen, why don't you work in care? Why don't you do this? And I was just like, Mum, I can't. The way that, like, for example, like in my current job, I basically presented an idea of me wanting to do a mental health workshop for people that are between 18 to 24, right? Which is fantastic. I did my psychology degree, The reason being is because, okay, now I have a vision of the fact that I want to work in prison doing like psychological assessments. So for me, it's a case of like, I can't just be doing anything. I have to make sure that it's very specific, because the way that I view my life and how I want it to be in the next 10 years, like I was speaking to someone last week and we were talking about the fact that, like, you know, I'm single and whatever. And I said, when I was younger, I imagined myself at this age, about to be 25, I'm married, I've got a child, and I've got another child on the way.
So with a house, by the way, remember a house?
With a house, a car, career secure, everything. So it's just like, for me, I mean, obviously I'm not at that stage because life doesn't work out that way. But because I have a very specific kind of like, this is how I want my family to be, this is how I want to be my career prayer. Like I have literally, I was listening to a sermon from,
Transformation Church.
Yeah. And he was talking about vision. And from a very young age, I've always envisioned myself being a leader, whether it was, I literally envision myself one day going back to Congo, having enough resources that I can set up something that's going to better my country. I've always imagined myself like just sharing my life experiences, helping people, So now it's like whatever I'm doing from this moment forward, like I can't just be doing whatever. Like I have to make sure that even if there's uncertainty in the way, as long as it's leading me to that path, like for example, like maybe I'm thinking too deeply into this, but this podcast, like this could be one of the things that's gonna, like one of the steps that could take me to the vision that I had. So it's just, yeah. I feel like I've gone off on a tangent here, everywhere.
But it makes sense. Definitely. And I was listening to this. I was listening to Oprah yesterday. I don't know why it was random, but yeah, she was just saying how some people think that some people believe in luck, but luck doesn't exist. What she was saying was, you have to be prepared. So when that opportunity comes to you, you can use it. Yeah. So she's like, it's all about preparation and being in the right place at the right time. So it's not just luck. Because if you was not prepared and that, let's say an amazing opportunity came to you, you wouldn't know how to use it to the best that it could. Because you might use it, but you might not use it to the best way. Yeah. Let's say, for example, Love Island. Some people go on Love Island and some people come out amazingly successful. Look at Molly May. Because everyone's saying how she wasn't that famous before.
No, she really wasn't.
Who knew Molly May? No. Now she's doing amazing.
24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
She is.
People need to give her credits because she's doing amazing. Like, she's actually she's a young girl. She's doing amazing. She used her little fame from Love Island that wasn't even anything and used it perfectly. Yeah. And a lot of people have gone on that same short.
Hey, the ghetto, the bush is coming out.
A lot of people go on the same show, and have come out. And
where are they now?
Exactly.
There are some people. Oh yeah, you were on Love Island.
They're doing review for teeth whitening.
I saw one. What's his name? Toby. I saw Toby on my TikTok. He was promoting. I can't remember what he was just like.
That's the thing. They didn't. What these people did is they went on the show. I just want to be famous. Yeah. There was no plan. What do you want to do with your fame? Do you have a business that you want to go into? Yeah. What do you want from this fame? Yeah. They just went in like, I just want the world to know my face. Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
The new people come out every single day. Yeah. And if you're not doing something with, you're gonna get, people are gonna forget you.
You will swat there, yeah.
Because there's new celebrities every second. Like, so if you're gonna go into a show like that's quite quick, and it's called, I think people call it microwave success because it's almost it's quick, right? It's not something that's been built up for over years. Yeah, if you're gonna use that method to become successful, then it makes sense for you to plan it. So I was like, when Oprah was saying, I was like, ooh, I've never thought about it like that. So it's like, it made me think like I actually need to take time to prepare myself. Yeah. And just mentally in different ways, because like I'm trying to, you just want to think, I want to be here, but what am I doing to prepare myself to
exactly?
So when that comes to me, am I even ready to even take that on and do what I need to do in that stage? Because if I'm not prepared, and preparing could be maybe for working on yourself and be like, you know what, I'm going to be more confident. Yeah. I'm not going to let how I feel control how this. Do you know what I mean? There's just little things. Yeah. Because you might get to that stage where you all like now you're okay. They've given you
what you want.
What you want now, and you're like, I'm a bit shy.
Yeah, you're a bit overwhelmed. Like, oh my god,
I can't do it.
Yeah, you start doubting yourself.
It's like you're not prepared, and now that opportunity is gone now because you're not prepared. So I was like, ooh, okay.
Oprah's got words.
Now, honestly, even though I think she's a bit demonic.
All these celebrities are famous. No. All of them. Apart from Zendaya.
Sometimes you have to actually listen to what people are saying, and what she said was true. Like, it was the truth. Because honestly, if you're not prepared, a lot of opportunities are going to come to you, and you're not going to do anything with them. It's as simple as that.
100%.
I was like, 100%. Okay. But yeah, I think that's what I need to work on that as well. But honestly, I'm taking my time though. I am. Yeah. I think for me, I'm seeing it as a good step in the sense that I'm aware that I need to work on certain things. Some people are just not aware of anything. No. And it's just flowing with life. And it's like, oh, yeah, just wake up in the morning and just...
just live life.
Just live life.
Yeah.
But I'm fully aware that certain things are not making sense. I need to work on this. So I see that as my little growth.
I don't know what else can I add. I don't know. I'm just here, bro. I'm just literally out here living. Like I said, I think maybe, I don't know, just...
What about being the firstborn? Now that you turn 25 and you still... Because some people, living with your parents at 25 is like, what are you doing that for? What? You should be out spending £1,000 on rent because that's madness.
No.
But like being 25 is like, people automatically think at that age you should be out of your parents' house. So what do you think when you think about yourself? Like, I'm 25 now. How do you see yourself, and what do you think? How do you feel about where you're at now?
I think that I'm obviously not where I imagine myself to be when I was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad about it.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I've got a pretty good job. My family annoy me, and the other day I was looking at apartments.
I think we all have.
I was looking at apartments, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. I'm like I said, Favor, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm just like very just like, yeah. So, I'm just.
You don't feel any pressure at all. You're just like, no, it's part of the age, is what it is.
If my mum was like to me, if my mum was putting pressure on me, then yeah.
Okay.
But my mum doesn't, like, there was a point where she was like, by the end of the year.
She was putting pressure on you because you told me.
Yeah, no, that was very, she has said to me before, like, by the end of the year, by the time you turn 25, I want you out, you need to be in your own place, da. But she said that, but it's not, you know how some parents constantly remind you, like, TikTok, have you saved enough money? Like, have you been looking at, like, my mom's not like that. Okay. So I don't feel any type of pressure in my life.
But even sometimes it might not even come from the parents. It might come from social media. Because I personally, I've seen some of my friends that same age, everything, and I'm like, wow, you're doing amazing. Not because I'm trying to compare myself, because that's terrible.
You shouldn't never compare. Yourself. Yeah.
But it's nice to see that it can be done, because I don't know. There's sometimes, I'm not saying there's dreams that are a bit too big, because I personally feel like if you can dream it, it can be achieved. Like, you can achieve it because nothing just comes to your mind by accident.
And that's what Pastor Mike Todd said.
No, honestly, nothing comes to your mind by accident. If you can see, if you can imagine it, then there's a potential, it can be done.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people cannot imagine what you've imagined. So if you can imagine, that means it can be done. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying some dreams are a bit too big, but then when you see some people that have actually accomplished some of the things that you thought, and you're thinking, am I just pushing it here?
Yeah.
And they're like the same age. It's nice to see, and like, oh my gosh, that's actually amazing. Like, we're the same age, and you've got your own property. Like, you're doing well, and it's not too big for me to think that I can do that.
Yeah.
Like, if you can do, you're doing that. So that's the way I personally see. But I know some people, just from how people respond online, you can tell that it's not. They don't see people posting stuff online as you don't see from a healthy perspective. They see from a perspective of not showing off, but it's almost like, no, you're putting pressure on me because now I'm not at that
level that you
can tell by the way they comment. It's like, oh, I'm so gel, and how they comment, I'm so gel. And you're like, you shouldn't be.
You should never be. Everyone's journey, their life is completely different.
Like, and sometimes, talking about Instagram.
Hey.
Some people, don't look at what you see online and think it's coming from them. Because some people have sugar daddies. It's a real thing, you know?
No, it is.
Like,
it's
an actual real thing. Like, sugar daddy, what?
I had a friend, she had, the thing is, they never met. This guy was sending her money. All she had to do, literally send a picture of her in Savage Fenty, and that was it.
That's so weird.
And she gave me, let me not expose myself.
You know what? I've had moments in my life thinking, I'm a baby girl, man. I'm actually a baby. What am I doing?
Listen.
I can just sit there, smile, and then answer to one of the uncles and stuff in my life, and then we're sorted. But I'm an independent woman.
Come on.
The money I make is mine.
Sometimes you want a little.
No, listen.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, no.
Me, the money I make is mine.
It's hers.
And yours is mine too.
Oh, there we go. Fantastic. Beautiful ending. Beautiful ending.
No, but honestly, no, seriously, like, I want to be proud of myself, say I made this.
No, of course, 100%.
I don't want anyone to be like, I paid you, I bought you, shut up. So that's the only thing where I'm like, that's the only thing keeping me like, no, I gotta make it. I'm gonna make it. Independent woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm tired of ranting now.
Speaking of independent women, this is just because I feel like, okay, do you think, because we're at that age, because I'm myself, other people around me, the topic of love and conversation and relationship is just floating in the air.
Of course. Please relax your hand because you're really dragging me. I'm there doing this.
I'm sorry.
You're dragging me.
What was I going to say? Oh, I forgot now.
Relationship.
No, I was going to say, independence. Okay, so I was sending her voice notes. I was talking to Danny yesterday, and she's talking to this guy.
Do you think Danny will want you to talk about this?
It's nothing deep because I told her to cut him off. I was like, cut that nigga off.
Okay, yeah, come on.
So basically, he's one of you, which, to be... You're right.
Yeah, sorry.
You talking to Favour?
Can you carry on the conversation? Independence.
So he's one of you.
What do you mean, one of me?
Your people.
Nigerian?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which I'm not... No, it's not a ooh situation. Okay. So basically...
the way you even said it's one of you, excuse me. Anyways, carry on.
So they were talking and stuff, and he... okay. This is where the conversation started. Danny, I apologize. This content, no, I'm joking. No, okay. So this is where the conversation started, in it. So he was basically asking her about quote unquote intimacy in a relationship. And she said, well, at the moment, I'm strengthening my relationship with God, so that's not my focus. And he said, she sent me a voice, and she said, he said to me, he's a big believer in Jesus. He loves God. He's got the strong conviction, but he loves sex. And I was just like, Danny, cut him off. I said, okay. And then this is where it started. So he basically was like, they were talking about food and stuff. Mm-hmm. And he was like, so Danny was like, yeah, I mean, I cook, but I don't cook like all the time, And he was like, yeah, I like to cook, but most of the time, like I do takeouts and stuff. And then he had the cheek to criticize her upbringing for the reason as to why she doesn't cook as much. So basically, parents aren't together, blah, 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 blah. And it was like, do you think maybe the fact that you never had, your dad around, that's contributed to the fact that you're not, like a woman that's in the kitchen, And I was just like, okay. And as he was saying all these things about the sex thing, the like relationship, and then there was a point where she sent me the messages, and he was basically trying to like dismiss what she was saying. And I said to her, this man, if he's looking for a wife, I genuinely don't think he's going to find one in England. Because
he might find one in England.
He might, but it's a very small pool. I said, if he's looking for that type of wife, it's best for him to go back to Nigeria, bring her, settle down. Because in the past maybe 5-6 years, especially from what I've been seeing on social media, UK black girls, we don't mess with that nonsense. Like, carry on.
Let me tell you. There's two sides. There's girls that tell you I don't do it, and they do it behind closed doors.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So a lot of people just scream this whole I would never do that, and they do it.
Yeah.
Which is why, because you have to think about it. There's no smoke without fire. Guys are not requesting for things like this if they've never had it before. Do you get it?
Yeah.
If he's never experienced having that type of like treatment from someone, because he won't. From what you're saying, he sounds confident, which means he's had someone treat him like that. He's had someone that was a Christian, quote unquote, and was sleeping with him. Mm-hmm. That's why he had to emphasize, I'm a Christian, but I love sex. Are you stupid?
I said, Danny. No, leave this man.
Everybody can. Like, do you know what I mean? Anyone can love sex, but for you to make it so known, it's almost like I'm trying to tell you that this is what I do.
This is what I expect.
Yeah. And it's like you're willing to dismiss the fact that she's telling you she's a Christian and she's trying to go on that journey. You don't care. Like, no. I'm telling you.
I love it. I thirst for it.
Jen, this guy's mad. He's actually mad.
No, he's like, I was like to Danny, like, honestly, to save yourself the trouble, like, you are not.
Do you know what? One thing I would say, though, it's not easy. When it comes to things of relationship, I've realized it's quite sensitive, because sometimes outside looking at you like, oh, cut him off. But sometimes when emotions are attached, you've been speaking to this person, you've built up a friendship and a relationship, like there's an intimacy in terms of like, not intimacy physically, but the intimacy in like mentality wise, and you feel like, oh my gosh, I can be myself with this person, they get me, and just thinking, I have to let all of this go now and start all over again.
No, okay. I mean, she likes someone else more, so it's okay. There's someone else.
Danny, go, run. Danny, run! Can you imagine?
Oh, I just remembered. And he said, I literally just had it in my head. What did he say? What did he... Oh, no, Jen. This would have been good. What did he say? He said something and I was just like, no.
Is it about food?
No.
Parents.
Oh, what did he say? I literally just... Why is my brain like this? No. Oh, my God. What did he say? As I was looking at you, I literally had it in my head.
Yeah, go on your phone to find what he said.
I remember he said, so basically, so this was when he was like trying to dismiss what Danny said. He said, oh, well, you know what, the way that I see it, let's just get to know each other first. And then once we get into relationship, then we can start talking about, you know, like, all the like moral compasses and what we believe in and how a household should be run. I said, well, what's the point?
Nah.
Because you literally just getting in a relationship just for the sake of it. And then now you want me to find out that you're a misogynistic.
Yeah. It's better to talk about it before you both get into something and you're like, whoa, and we're here now. So that's nonsense. That doesn't make sense.
No, I said, Danny, cut the camera.
But like I said, the reason why he's speaking with so much confidence is a lot of Christian girls that do have sex. It's a standard thing. Christianity is not some people are doing what they're doing.
I know.
And it's rare to find people that do actually try to follow that standard of I'm going to keep myself and people try to use this thing about all sin is sin. There's not sin is the same level. So if you're sinning,
if you are lying, that's the same as murdering.
It's if I'm having sex and you're lying, we're the same people. We're doing the same thing. I'm just like, sis, bro,
it's completely different. You're giving into lust. Lust is one of the 7 deadly sins.
Not even just that. There's sin where I'm trying to not sin. Do you get it? Like, I'm actually trying. I'm putting effort because naturally. Our flesh is sin. People are not Christian. You guys are gonna learn today.
Come on.
But our body, like our flesh is sinful, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like, but since Christ came, He's renewed us in terms of our soul now has now been renewed. Our mind and soul has now been renewed. So now what we're trying to do is we're now fighting the flesh, which is the body, to try and now listen to the soul, to listen to God now, because our body itself is sinful. So there's things where our natural bodies would do, but because you have a desire not to sin, you're almost fighting against it, which is healthy. That's the way that's how you're supposed to be. Because
it then shows that you've got that consciousness of God and your relationship.
But there's a difference between where your body is sinning, you're like,
let's go.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. And God knows my intention.
That's terrible. Like you're not even trying. Like, you're not trying to not sin. You're literally like, I'm sinning. You're sinning too.
Let's do it together.
Let's keep doing it.
Yeah.
And we're not just saying sex is the only thing, guys. There's many. There's more. There's many.
Yeah.
For Danny, not for Danny, but for a lot of Christian girls.
Sorry, darling.
For a lot of Christian girls and Christian couples, not just girls, even there's a lot of guys that are doing celibacy, not just girls, but Christian girls and guys, or just anybody in general that doesn't, you might not be Christian, but you actually don't want to have sex. There's people that actually don't want to have sex, because they're not because they have any religious compass or
they just don't want to.
You just don't want to.
Yeah.
You're also okay. You can have that. Like, no one should force anyone to do anything. Like, if you're speaking to a guy and he doesn't understand it, run.
Literally.
It's as simple as that. I mean, you just reminded me. I've suffered in my life. I've had many experiences. I had one from your people, actually.
Of course, my people. Why do you think I don't want to marry them?
Oh my gosh. Actually, it was so scary because it's like, I'm telling you, this is not me. You're wasting your time. It's like, and he genuinely thought, now I'm going to convince you.
I've had that as well the maddest thing is as well, with this person, we grew up together. So our mums are good friends. I've been to his house loads of times, even slept over, everything. And so I remember we were in sixth form and he somehow got my number. I just thought innocent conversation as I think of everything in the world innocently. And he was just like, have you had sex yet? I was just like, no. He's like, okay, do you want to? And I was just like, no. He's like, I think we should do it. And I was just like, why? He was just like, no, I think we should do it. Like, you know me. I was just like,
you not told me this.
I have not. Well, there you go. What? Yeah, he was very like on it. And I was just like, and then he started asking me like, have you drank? Have you ever smoked weed? I mean, I think he was just trying to kind of get a gist of what I've done. But I was just like, I am he was even like, oh, like obviously like my mum and your mum know each other, like let's just like arrange a day. And I was just like, I am not.
People are imagining.
There's
so many girls that want to do it. Go to them.
Literally, if I say no once, accept it.
Is that so hard to understand?
Oh my God, it's actually mad.
Like this is what frustrates me about humans all the time. It's like I feel like people get a thrill of like trying to force somebody to do something like that they don't want to do. Like it's like almost like a challenge. Oh, you're a challenge. I'm gonna try.
Or they'll be like, yes, nah, blush. She's just playing hard to get. I'm playing. Yeah.
Can you imagine? I remember someone told me one time. This is like ages ago. Someone said to me how he was like, guys are persistent because they know it works. And I said to him, no, it doesn't. It actually doesn't. And this guy argues, say to me, no, it works. Like, guys keep doing, because it
works maybe to the point where you've made the girl feel so uncomfortable that she's giving in, but in reality...
Like sometimes people don't understand. Anything it only works if the person's interested. It's simple as that. If that person's not interested, you can keep chasing them from now till 10 years later, and they will never... I've had, not saying it's me, I've had somebody that has chased somebody for almost 25 now. How many years is that?
Damn, that's like 9 years. Hey!
9 years of chasing. Brother! You're not tired. Are you not tired? Is he? Who the hell is that?
Remember you said that?
Yeah, no.
Is it him?
No, it's not him. But he's not. Oh my gosh, I forgot about... Not him. No, someone that... Basically, when I was younger, I used to do... I actually took singing a lot more seriously. So I went to an event and I had a few people that were trying to make me famous. And I came to sing at a fashion show. And this guy started rapping. I think that's what Anissa did. Anissa was laughing in sixth form.
Yeah.
He started rapping. And they started rapping to me in the audience. So I'm in the audience and someone's rapping and they're doing this and they're pointing to you. At that point, I just thought, if the ground could open right now, I would actually... Like, not how people say, like, oh, they find things... Some people actually find things like that romantic.
Don't ever sing to me, please.
No, you can sing to me when it's me and you. Not when the whole... I wanted to cry. I'm there like... Yeah, and I'm sad, and he was like,
what was he rapping about?
I don't know what he was rapping about.
Oh no, that's embarrassing, darling.
And after that, he came to speak to me, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah. I don't know how it happened, but I didn't give him my number because I was like, no,
that is mad. And he's still chasing you now.
What he did was he added himself on Facebook from my Facebook, and then because I think because I remember I had to go on stage as well, but I needed someone to record me. And
he gave him your phone.
So he didn't call himself. He added himself on Facebook. I'm thinking, didn't it make sense? He didn't add his number. So then I went home and I seen a request saying it's been accepted. I'm thinking, when did I add this? That's how it started, you know. Ever since my life, he'll have his moments where moms will stop, come back again. It was constant. And he's never given up.
Wow.
Ever. And I'm like, you do realize I will never. Like, wow. That's why I don't believe in it. It's not true. It's not true.
It's not at all.
Persistent doesn't mean nothing. You can be persistent as much as you want, but if the person's not interested, you're not interested.
The only time... No, God forbid, never mind, it's okay.
I think the only way it could potentially get the person to listen to you, but it doesn't mean it's going to make them like you.
No.
But yeah.
You know what? Going back to all of this that we're talking about, how these boys move mad. If I had an inch of the confidence that these boys have to approach us and be persistent, God knows where I'd be in my love life right now.
Talking to someone and they're not replying to you and you're still talking.
Listen, that's it. I get embarrassed.
Hey, hello. I have not replied and you're not embarrassed.
You're still carrying on, yeah.
Me, you know how... I think that's his Instagram post here. Do you know how girls tell you they like you, just look at you?
That's me. I was there deep in your eyes like, hi.
It's like, I hope that you can read our minds. Yeah.
Listen.
So, I'm going to look at you and hopefully your mind...
You've clocked on that something's going on, yeah.
I'm not about to say
no, absolutely not.
Like, what do you think this is?
Absolutely not.
That's what we do. And these guys are out here saying, hey, hello.
Talking about how nice my bum looks.
I hate that compliment.
I remember the first time it was said, I literally looked at him. I was like, huh? Because I remember it was said in an office setting. So people were around us. I literally was just like...
Did you watch Love is Blind?
I watched the first
Netflix.
season, not the second one.
So there's this guy. So there's two Asian couple, Indian, and the guy. He's the worst human I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, you need to watch it so you know what I'm talking about. He's just his ego's too much. He's the typical man that doesn't. He feels like the world revolves around him. He's just the worst human ever. Yeah. Basically, he said to the girl. He told the girl that he was talking to, "Oh yeah, I like to. I'm a physical. I like to touch people. Like that's his form. That's his love language. Like physical touch and stuff." And I'm thinking innocent physical touch. Like I just like to. Innocent. Because I don't know if you watch Love Island. Not Love Island. Love is Blind. Yeah. When they first meet each other, it's like they run and hug each other. So the first they have to propose and engage each other before they meet. Yeah. So he's proposed to her, and now the first time they're meeting, he grabbed her ass. First time meeting, he hugged her. As in, he hugged her and he grabbed her ass straight away. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Are you not gonna try and pretend? Like at least pretend. How's that the first initial reaction? What if she's not comfortable with something like that? Because someone can say, yeah, I'm comfortable. But not in the first initial...
not the first meeting.
First meeting. No, hi, hello, ass. Do you know what I mean? I was like, man, I can't.
Men, you need to do better.
You need to actually step up your game as
well. Like, you actually need to do better. This is shocking.
Because what is your doesn't work anymore.
Like, not, like, just, like... Oh my God.
Talking about men need to do better. Oh my God, I can write about this.
Let's go.
Even in church as well.
Really?
Christian men are terrible at approaching women.
See, the thing is, I haven't been to church in ages, and the last time I went, I was a teenager, and that's when I was still very shy. So, favor, please enlighten me.
It's more. I don't know how to explain it. So they wouldn't say anything. They would just keep dancing around the subject of being your brother.
I don't want to marry my brother. Sorry.
And it's very disgusting.
Yeah, it's giving incest.
I'm like, I don't know if that works for some people, but for me, if you're gonna call me sis, that's it. You're my brother. Because I can't. That's just to me. That's mentally twisted. Like, what is that? Yeah. Sis to you're looking at me sideways and you're trying to wink. Sis, what do you want? If you're my sis, you're my sis. If you're my brother, you're my brother. Don't twist, don't confuse.
I mean, I understand we are covenant brothers and sisters in Christ, but
I just think like, how are people in the world a bit more brave to approach people? And then it's quite frustrating because you're thinking, as from a girl's perspective, because not everybody, some girls are not as lucky, not just lucky, but not everyone gets to take the same attention from guys. Some people, not everyone gets yeah, anyways. So imagine you're the type of person where that one person finally looks at you. Oh, that's it. That's the one person you've got in the whole year. Yeah. And they're calling you bro. They're calling you sis. Like, please help me. How are you going to call me bro and sis? And you're the first one that's ever looked at me in that kind of way. Don't confuse me. Because in the world, I'm like...
Because then if I'm perceiving that as, he doesn't see me that way, but then you do, I'm now going to be...
Mixed signals.
Yeah, it's not the one.
But then your actions are saying different things. Yeah.
You'd be like, sister, you look beautiful today. Excuse me, can you just say, call my name? Oh, Jen, you look beautiful today.
My gosh, Genevieve, that is spot on. It's the touch for me. It's the touch of the shoulder, sis. Sis, you look beautiful. Get out, man. Don't touch me. See, I'm even stressed. I'm stressed. I'm not saying this from personal experience.
Of course not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, no. State your intentions. If I'm your sister, I'm your sister.
Yeah.
Let's all be sisters and brothers in Christ. And keep it simple. If you have an interest in somebody, let them know. Yeah. Like, and what tends to happen is because people try to prolong things for so long, the girl would find someone else.
Listen, the next person that looks at me, I'm gone. I'm gone.
I just feel like in this world, everyone needs to be direct with what they want. And make our life so much.
I mean, it depends, because we've had direct people, and that's been we have to be more specific.
It's all about wisdom. It's how you
exactly.
do it. You can be direct, but direct respectfully, and that's all it is. You can't be telling me I like your ass and expect me to be like, oh, I want to get with you. Are you mad? I don't want you. Like, you have to find ways to say it properly. You see? Anyway, you have to be respectful.
Oh my God, I would, if we ended up together, I would crush him. He was so small. I would crush him.
I feel like it's the worst thing when someone that you don't find attractive likes you.
I
can't explain that type of... It's a feeling.
It's like having an ick for someone you don't like.
It's like a feeling where you don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's not just hatred. I think it's beyond hatred.
No, it's a burning sensation. Like I said, annoyance. If this boy looked at me, my day would be ruined.
And that's all because you don't find him attractive. And I think, anyways, why are we talking about this? I don't. Anyways, yeah, let's move on. The point is, you guys get the gist.
Yeah.
The point is, if you're a guy and you have an intention with somebody, go for it. Don't create confusion.
No.
Because what happens is, as girls, especially from a Christian perspective, we're not supposed to be the ones chasing after guys.
Exactly.
So what do you expect us to do?
Yeah.
If we're not supposed to chase
Listen,
after
my
you,
job is just to sit there, look pretty, and wait for you to come to me.
If we're not supposed to chase after you, then help us then. Because people like me, I knew if I wasn't a Christian, I would say what I want. As simple as. Because I'm a Christian, I have to be like, what's her name? There's a girl called Ruth in the Bible. God says you have to sit there and it will come to you. And it's frustrating. It's like, are you sure I'm supposed to do that? But that's what the Bible says, so I have to do it anyways. But my point is, guys, if you have an interest, go for her. All this confusion, it's not needed.
It's really not.
Needed.
It's really not.
And step up your game as well with your pickup lines. What is... Please, let's be more creative.
Some days, sometimes it's like, oh, sister, you look beautiful. Some days it's like, be more specific. Oh, I love your trousers, I love your shoes. I don't know, just anything.
Just be creative.
Yeah.
I personally like the ones where you don't know where they're going with it. I can't explain it. It's more like they start off with a random topic about, I don't know, not politics, but just anything.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, you're trying to move to me, you're not trying to move to me.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, and then you finally get, they're trying to, I don't have to explain it, my point is just be creative, guys.
I've literally never experienced what you're talking about.
I have.
Of course.
I'm just saying.
I feel like it's man coming to her, you know.
No, I don't.
She's already gotten 3 proposals.
No, from aunties. I need to run away from that woman, by the way. She's doing too much.
Nah, not second.
I'll tell you what, the first one, I don't want to expose myself to the internet.
It depends.
Actually, I don't care. Anyway,
go on.
We was at a party, Christmas party, and I said, hi, auntie, greeted her, and that's me thinking, that's it, you know. I was talking to my brothers. She came up to me, she grabbed my hand.
Oh, not grab.
And she said, come with me. And I was like, where are we going? She's like, just come with me. And her husband was speaking to some guy. She went to her husband, she's like, get up, stand up, move. And then she's like, Favour, sit there. And then I was like, sit where? And she's like, yes, you two speak. Bye.
No, the absolute cheek.
Took me and put me to speak to a random stranger.
Not even her son?
No.
Nah.
And I'm looking at this guy, he's a family friend, it was a cousin. I'm looking at him like, because her sons are quite young, so she's been trying to hook me up with all family friends, by the way. No one gave her this job, you know. Anyways, so I looked at this guy and he looked at me like, I'm like, hi. And he's like, hi.
That's so
and he was like, oh, I don't know how we both put in a situation. I'm thinking, you're laughing. You're laughing.
Why is he laughing like that?
And I was like, this is the worst. I couldn't, but because I'm a nice person, I wasn't gonna just stand up and leave. I just thought it's part of the hours you have to just take on life, and I just sat there and spoke to him because I'm like, I'm not gonna just stand up. I'm not gonna read. Yeah. After I finished speaking to him, I went to her. I was like, auntie, don't ever do that again, please. And she's like, why? He's a doctor. I said, auntie, no, I don't know.
These doctors, it doesn't mean anything.
I was like, there's nothing there. I don't find you attractive, nothing. She's like, oh, okay. There's me thinking it's
over.
She would never do it again. Never do it again. What am I hearing? She called my mom this Monday to try and hook. Like, she has young kids as well. Like, what? I just feel like my mom's saying to me, just see it in a good way. Like, she just really likes you. But I have never told her that I'm searching. I didn't tell her. Do you know what I mean? Like, she hasn't even asked me if I'm searching.
You could be married for all she knows.
It's the audacity.
The absolute audacity.
She hasn't even asked me, Favour, do you want me to find someone for you?
They just
taking it upon herself. I'm 25. Yes, marriage. That's it. Anyways, yeah, that's the story.
Oh my days. Should we? How long? Obviously, we have to make it up for them because we didn't give them an episode. Do you want to go longer or?
I can talk for hours.
She can talk. She can talk.
I can talk for hours, but I think we need to find a way to end the episode.
Really? How long have you been talking for?
I don't actually know. I know that we started recording around
2 something.
Yeah.
So it hasn't really been out. I don't know. Let's keep going a little bit more.
Okay.
Let's see what else we can pull out of ourselves.
Oh, I want to bring a new segment in.
Okay.
Basically talking about current topics.
Oh God, Favour. I know what you're going to talk about.
What?
The thing is, by the time this episode is released, it's been 1 week.
What?
Will Smith.
Oh my God!
Oh God, she's so annoying. It would have been 1 week though.
You're actually mind reading.
That's why I did psychology.
Yeah, calm down, relax. No, but I think we need to talk about it.
Okay, this is my stance. I'll give my stance.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I'm over it. Because I've been seeing stuff, people talking about, Chris Rock growing up, he had a tough childhood, he's got non-verbal learning disability, that's why he didn't do anything, Then there's people exposing him for doing a documentary about the fact that black women wear weaves and he was downgrading us and all of that stuff.
I remember that.
And then people are saying, this whole thing was actually planned because the people that do the Pfizer thing, they sponsor the Oscars. And then because Jada's got alopecia, that's the next treatment. And it was all planned. And Will Smith did a post before. So at this point, I don't know. But what I would say, and I was listening to the Receipts podcast, and they said this perfectly. This is the first time we have actively seen a black man defend a black woman, especially against another black man. So for that, Will Smith is now the standard.
Okay. So I have 2 stances.
Oh, here we go.
The first stance, I totally agree. I feel like from the standpoint of defending his wife, I think that's commendable. Like she didn't have to say anything. She just gave him a look and it was like, he laughed.
No, he did.
He laughed. And as soon as he looked at her and she rolled her eyes and he's like,
this ain't it.
This is not it.
No.
But this is my second standpoint. It's comedy. People need to be we can't be too sensitive.
No, yeah.
What did he actually say? I know he what he said about her hair was sensitive, but comedy is the whole point of comedy is you're supposed to find things that are sensitive and laugh about it. You get it?
Yeah.
It's not a thing of insulting. I don't think that was his intention.
No, I don't think so.
Especially on a big show like that. I don't think he was trying to embarrass her. I just think it was a thing of the whole point of comedy is we're meant to laugh at pain. Do you get it? We're not supposed to. Comedy is talk about something serious, but laugh about it.
Apparently, though, Will Smith and other sources, whatever, have said that he has told him before. I think he might have done it before. I don't know, but he has told him don't do that.
Yeah. And also, this is where I'm this is where, because initially I was actually supporting Will. I was like, Will Smith, defend your wife. But then I'm also thinking, why does he need to defend his wife with violence?
Yeah. I mean,
he could have. Do we know when you shine and say, don't effing talk about my wife? That's all you have to do,
That's true.
Slapping someone, that's degrading them. In the law, slapping is part of degrading. Because I remember when I did law, slapping is actually there's slapping and spitting on someone. That's actually it comes under some form of human degrading somebody.
Yeah.
So slapping is because it's almost like you're worthless. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. You're not even worth a punch or any. Yeah,
yeah. People men punch. Slapping is different. It's different. I can't explain. There's something about slapping. It's not just. It's not the same. It doesn't hold the same weight, which is why sometimes people rather you just punch them. Just punch me, not slap me. I'm not a child.
Yeah. Uncle Will.
That's where I'm like, ooh, he really crossed the line. Yeah. Because no human should ever should ever receive slap on a stage,
on live TV, in front of all them white rich people.
I don't think anyone should ever be slapped on TV. To me, that's a madness. Even if he said the worst thing in the world. Not slapping, wait till the show's over, then beat him up. Not on stage slapping him. You don't, that's just not, you don't care about
the thing is, you know what, it's happened, okay? It's happened, there was emotions mixed in, something shouldn't have happened. At the same time, like I said, you don't see that many black women because we get humiliated, criticized, made caricature of every single day.
Every day, mate.
Nobody defends us. When we have the voice to be able to defend ourselves, is either dismissed, we get gaslit, or we're the angry black woman, 100%. Right? So you know what, him defending his wife is okay, but for me, that's annoyed me is all these people that are now coming in giving their little 5p, 10p, 1p who are you?
What do you mean?
Like all these celebrities, especially white celebrities, that are like, oh no, we don't condone violence. Oh no, this is the worst man of the... Like, I'm so sorry. Like...
Chill out, mate. Go home and sleep.
You know, have you seen Twitter, the way people are getting exposed?
What do you mean?
So Zoe Kravitz...
I'm not Twitter, remember.
Okay. So you know Zoe Kravitz?
No.
The woman that's played Batwoman. She's like mixed race, petite, tiny, yeah. So she released a picture on Instagram and she's... She did, she got exposed. She basically, I think she did a film with Will and Jaden, and at the time she was 24, Jaden was 14. She was literally like, if you were older, I would...
Oh yeah, she did that. Yeah.
A celebrity. Oh my god.
That's why, like, all these things, which is why I'm like, I have two standpoints, because everyone's trying to go on a more complex. Yeah. Like, oh, I would never do that. I would never. No. There's two sides. I agree with both of them, but what both of them have done is perfectly fine. Will Smith slapping him is justified. Why did he talk about his wife?
Talk shit, get hit.
Like, don't. But then also, not slapping someone is not a good thing.
No, it's not. It's really not.
And the way he handled it, Chris handled it amazingly well in terms of not like.
I would have cried.
And like he didn't even try to react.
No.
So like that is like also amazing, but. It shouldn't have happened. It happened.
Yeah.
And both of them were wrong in the sense
in what they did.
He shouldn't have gone after his wife and talked about her hair, knowing fully what hair is a very sensitive topic
for women.
Especially black women.
Taking the words out of my mouth.
Most of the products that are made for our hair are meant to damage our hair, by the way, guys. Internet, if you're listening.
Come on. Let's go.
Most of the products that they create for our hair is actually meant to damage our hair because it's not good for our hair. Mm-hmm. Which is why you find a lot of new companies coming out, especially owned by black people, that are making natural products that are actually taking care of our hair, because a lot of products are actually damaging our hair.
Yeah.
And they call it black product for black hair. It is not for black hair. It has chemicals that's going to break your hair, which is why you think your hair is not growing. As you can tell, I'm quite passionate because I have my hair. I take care of my hair, but like a lot of products. This guy, you're actually annoying. But a lot of products are not doing anything for our hair. So it's like hair is so personal to us. We have to do a lot more to try and maintain, especially with the weather, with the climate, so many things that we have to do.
And it's not even just that, especially living in a white man's country, the whole microaggression, professionalism, this and that, the way that you're perceived because of your hair.
Important. Yeah. So it's like, when someone's coming after your hair, please best believe whatever way I choose to react, that's your own business.
Literally.
Don't come for me then.
Literally.
Don't come for my hair. Don't be shocked when I punch you in your sleep.
Exactly. Not in your sleep. Why are you going into their house? But no, but the thing, I mean, obviously people are going to have opinions anyway, but it's just the way that these celebrities feel like they, especially because I personally feel it's a black issue. It's not a act. It's a black issue. It involved a black man talking badly or degrading a black woman's appearance and her black husband defending her. It's a black issue. So when you have all these, non-black people trying to be smart with it, like, just trying to be smart, it's just like,
it's not as simple as just violence.
It's really
it wasn't just violence. It's if you look at what he said. Alopecia, she's suffering from alopecia, and as a black woman, that's even harder because she actually. If you guys understood the struggle,
please,
it's not easy.
It's really not.
Hair, I
don't touch. Oh, this is a singing mic, innit? Excuse me.
Don't bring the mic.
Like, don't touch my hair.
Can you sing properly if you want to use the mic?
I think if I can't sing, I've got a cold.
Anyway,
don't touch my hair, Solange.
Honestly,
thank you.
Our hair is something that's very personal to us, which is why even at work, when I still work and people be like, your hair's lovely, don't touch it. I don't say that, but I'll just be like...
My colleagues and I actually had a conversation about this. Yeah. So this is when I had the hair before this, and my black colleague was like, oh my God, your hair's really nice. I was like, I don't really like it. She's like, oh my God, you do it by yourself. Because I do my own hair. Even if it comes out bad, don't say anything. I did my own hair. I take accountability. And we had another colleague of ours who was white, and he said last week he felt some type of way about another white colleague touching the black colleague's hair because she was like, oh my God, your hair's really nice. And I said, it depends, because I feel like if you have a non-black person who looks at your hair and said, oh my God, your hair's really nice, and they touch it in appreciation, I don't mind too much. But if it's like, oh wow, is this real? What's this made of? Really? How long? If it's like that, then don't touch my hair.
I don't agree on both of them.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you know why? Because don't touch anyone's hair.
Okay, no. To be honest, the white colleague did say that.
Literally, you don't go to a white person going, oh my gosh, I love your hair, and touch their hair.
Yeah.
Like, because sometimes the hair is meant to be in that position and you might ruin the curl.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm putting products on my hair, now you're touching my hair, now the curls are falling.
And now you've got oil on your hands.
Hand now. See, who told that? It's just out of respect. No one's an animal here. Like you're meant to be petting. No, how dogs you don't have to have permission to pet them. Well, no one's an animal here.
No, it's true.
So whoever you're gonna, white, black, blue, if you're gonna touch anybody, you ask for their permission. It's just
or if they give you permission first. Yeah.
Like, oh, can I touch your hair? Simple as that.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're
gonna. But even then, you don't need to touch it. Just admire it.
I know, but I'm like, if it's really, really pushing you, it's itching. You know what I mean?
Your hands are twitching.
I want to touch your hair. Just ask.
Yeah.
It's better that way than you just going straight to touch someone's hair out of like, oh, I just want. Don't touch anybody's hair.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Some people might have knits in their hair. No, but it's true.
But we don't have that problem. Have you known a black person's have knits?
No, apparently black people can have knits as well.
Hi, God forbid.
I thought we couldn't have. Actually, we can apparently.
How dirty do you have to be?
I don't know. Man.
Oh, no, not dirty. I don't
think this is dirty. I don't actually.
We don't know. We are not educated in that hair.
All I'm saying is, out of respect, just ask.
Yeah.
If anything in general, even someone's clothes, just touching people in general. I don't think anyone should have the right, unless you're friends with them and you're comfortable. I mean, I can touch them as much as I want because I can. But if a random person I just meet for the first time, I'm just getting to know you, we're not even close like that. Don't just touch people. Just the whole touch it. Don't keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch me. Just give your hands. What is this?
No, it's true. It's actually true.
That's all I'm saying. Like, just don't be quick to feel like I love this word, entitlement. Ooh! It just always goes back to entitlement. Okay. You feel entitled to touch the person because who are you?
It's true.
Who are you? Like, what are you doing? I've just had horrible experiences where people just come up to me like, "Oh, I love your hair."
Okay, step back. Yeah, I love your hair. Season.
And I'm just thinking, if I slap you now, what would they say? What's the cause? What's the problem? Am I not justified?
No, but it's true because you wouldn't go to a bold person and stroke them and be like, "Oh,
you're bold." What's it shiny? You would not do that. Do you remember? That's my point. You would not do that. So why do you feel the need? I just think it's a thing of like just learning, just to have respect. And we're not in the age where we're not in the 1990s. When 2022, I feel like at this year now, at this point, people should know you don't just touch anybody.
No,
it's not before when it's like, oh, I didn't know. You know, we all know. Everybody knows. Trust me, you know. Don't pretend, Karen.
Susan, Julie.
Don't pretend.
Oh,
we
God.
all know. But honestly, that touching thing aggravates me. Absolutely, I don't like it.
To be honest, luckily I haven't really had that many people like do that to me, so I'm okay.
I haven't at most when I have my natural hair out. And do you know, even some coming from some black people when I touch my hair. Do you know? But I'm a bit more accepting.
Yeah.
Do you know? Because I feel like they know how to touch the hair. Because sometimes they know that they're not going to pull the curls because they know that there's products in it. So they're a bit more knowledgeable. So I'm a bit like, cool, if you're going to touch my hair, I don't actually mind as much because I know you know what it takes to put my hair. You know, do you know what I mean? You know the process. just anybody just drag the curls. I've spent time to just drag it. And it doesn't bounce back, and they look at me like,
oh,
it's sticking out.
It's a bit of sticking out, darling.
You pulled it out.
You pulled it.
But yeah,
Lucy,
I
Tracy.
Out of respect, everyone should just respect themselves. Yeah, keep your hands to yourself.
No, you really should.
Like,
you really, really
don't
should.
Don't go around touching anyone's hair.
I was going to ask, going back to my question about this was the original point, but I somehow digressed. Independence in a relationship.
You're talking about relationship again.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
no, because it was something I actually wanted to ask. So when it comes to you being with someone, your partner, whether you're married, whatever, how much independence do you think there should be?
What do you mean?
I know you're going to ask that. I don't know.
David, you know how people talk about being, I want to be an independent woman, and then you get married, not get married, but you get with somebody, an independent man. How do you get to middle ground? Is that what you're trying to say? How do you both balance that out? Is that what you're trying to say? I think it's communication.
Yeah.
Because if you both speak, right, and you understand what each person cannot stand and what you know your tolerance and what you like. You just both try to respect each other's as an individual person.
Yeah.
Because if you're as you're independent, and I prefer a guy that's quite independent. Not someone that's really that just wants someone to come in and fill anything for them. Because I'm like, in this world, everybody should be independent.
That's true.
Honestly. You should be self-reliant. Like, if anything was to happen, you can stand by yourself. You don't need anybody. Like, if someone goes and is like, oh, my world is falling apart. Yeah. Everyone should be independent and be able to stand by themselves. So it just takes communication. If you both understand, like, you speak to me, you know that I hate this. Yeah. Like, this is me. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. And I think for me personally, the middle ground is just respect. If you respect somebody, independence or not independence, you wouldn't do things to try and like to try and make them upset. Like my mom, I'm independent, but and my mom is also very independent, or my parents are independent. Like this, I still know they don't cross my boundaries. I don't cross their boundaries, and doesn't make me less independent. I'm still able to do
the way that I'm thinking of it is so obviously when people, because I think, did Pastor say this? I don't know, but talking about like when you get into into marriage, you like one type of thing.
Of course,
so it's kind of like how are you one with your partner, but you still have that.
It's respect. You can't be one, because if you respect both you respect your partner, you will be one, because it's not hard. That's the way I see it personally. It won't be hard because I respect you and your values. You respect me and my values. Our values are going to merge. Yeah. There's certain things that if I disagree with this, we have to obviously there's also compromise.
Yes. Yes.
Like, it's not just that my say, because everyone's going to clash. If I'm saying the same and you're not listening to me and you're saying what you're saying, then we're both not. Even if there's respect there, we'll still clash. There's also a bit of compromise. You have to compromise certain things that you wouldn't necessarily do as an independent person or tolerate as an independent person because you're with someone else. It's part of life. Like if everyone went around life just doing things because they want and because I'm independent, no one can cohabitate, no one can live together, you know. You can't even work together, because sometimes when you work with people, you have to tolerate, you have to be tolerant, you have to compromise certain aspects of yourself to try and, it's meeting people halfway, isn't it? Like,
can you meet me halfway? Right of the... But I sound good, isn't it?
I can't.
Okay.
Anyways. Which is why, going back to what I said initially, communication. If you both understand that if you both have spoken about certain things, and you will know that, okay, I might need to tweak this part about myself a little bit just to try and come to meet you somewhere.
Yeah, meet me in the middle,
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think you can definitely be independent, and to me, that's one of the most healthiest relationships personally.
100%.
People that cheat, oh my god, my partner, oh my god, Nigerians, we call it gum body. Basically, you know what it means? Basically means you want to be attached to them too much. Everything about them.
Listen, I can't.
Everything. Oh, my partner is my best friend. You can be your best friend, but you have friends. Your partner's your best friend, but you have friends, because that's not healthy, sis. Yep. That's not healthy. You should have friends.
You should.
Please. Because your partner's not going to know the certain things you want to talk about. Your partner can't talk to you about it because he doesn't know, because he's a man.
He is a man. He will never understand. He will never understand.
And that's not his fault. How can he understand things that he's not supposed to understand?
No. Carry on.
No, talk.
I remember I saw a TikTok yesterday, and the woman was like, she said I was talking to my boyfriend, and he told me something so weird. Like, apparently, like, men can actually like crack a bone in their balls. That's weird, Faber. Okay. They can actually, you know how you can crack a knuckle? Yeah. They do that with their. I was like, what?
I actually wish I didn't ask you to say that now. What is that? Was that what you wanted to say?
Yeah, because there's things that they don't understand, but we, because how does that happen? Yeah. It's eggs.
Especially cramps. No men will never understand cramps. But it is. Listen, my point is, everyone should know, understand, and be able to not be too attached to their partners. It's not healthy. It's not healthy at all.
No.
Because do you know people have run mad out of heartbreak, like lost their minds?
I've had an auntie that died of heartbreak.
Like, it's a real thing. Yeah. Like, because the person is gone, they can't function.
They
actually cannot function, and they've lost their mind. They've gone mad. Literally lost. Not mad. They're like, oh, I'm going mad for him. No, like
they've gone crazy.
They've put them in the hospital. They've tried to sanction them to try and keep them sane from losing the person. That's what I'm saying. All of this stuff is all lovely to have. I'm not saying don't have your partner because I personally want my partner to be my best friend, but I will still want to have friends.
That
Everyone
separation,
should have friends.
yeah.
Have separate friends that are not your partner's friend, because not people like to have
joint friendships. Oh,
that's
girl.
okay, but still have someone else that's not in the joint friendship that you can. That's your person that you can go and talk to. No one should be too attached. Oh, I can't be independent. I can't eat without him. I can't. No, you should be able to eat without anybody because you came to this world alone.
I have a question. I saw that this was ages ago. I saw a TikTok where someone was
again.
Huh? No, this is more PG. It's family friendly.
Okay.
The woman was like, would you? So let's say you've made food, serve the table, family comes down. Would you serve your husband first or your children?
That's interesting. Husband.
Your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to give an explanation?
I don't actually know why.
You just your husband?
I don't, because my kids can serve themselves.
Yeah, so come your husband, baby. He's a grown-ass man.
I know, but it's like... Because I think sometimes people forget, especially when kids are involved, there's still a relationship between the man
and the woman. Yeah, 100%.
And that's still very important.
Yeah.
The kids are sort of an extended product of that relationship.
Yeah.
So you still need to maintain that whatever you guys had before the kids.
Yeah.
So the kids are not second class or anything. I hate questions like this is because almost like trying to say that you're putting one person as second class. Both of them are just equally as important, but I think the intentions behind both of the actions can mean different things. You can't want to serve your kids first because they're hungry and they're right in front of you. It makes sense to serve them.
Yeah.
But if your kids are not there and your husband, your husband's love language is food. He loves to eat. That's my love language too. No, I love food.
No, so do I.
No.
Let's compete.
In church. I was thinking about
imagine how many weeks is this? I saw Favor eat 4 different things in the space of 30 minutes.
No, but I love food.
No, that's okay.
So when I came back and I saw my mom cooking Mother's Day, I was like, Mom, you made me so happy. She's like, Favor, just
you should be the one cooking.
No, that's not the point. But like, my love language is food. So if I know that that's his love language and that's what makes him feel appreciated, why would I say to him, I'm not going to give you first, I'm giving the kids first.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Right there. I think it just depends. The different situations, different scenarios could alter the decision. I don't think it's a thing where it's a black and white, oh my gosh, I would always give my husband because it's my husband, or I always give my kids because my kids are important. Nobody's more important. They're both equally important.
Yeah.
I hate questions like this, man. Like, it sounds similar to the one of like, would you let your mom sit in the front seat or let your wife sit in the front seat?
I don't know, Why?
It's not that deep. When my brothers had girlfriends and they're driving, I'll happily sit at the back seat because I don't care.
Yeah, it's not that
deep. It's
deep.
not a thing where I'm like, oh my gosh, she's showing me respect in this house. I need to sit at the front because I'm the sister.
Entitlement.
No, man.
Yeah.
All of this stuff is just like that doesn't show my value. It doesn't show that I'm more important than you because you can even sit on the roof if you want. You can even drive the car. Be the driver. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't care.
Oh my days.
I don't care. My point is, not all of this it doesn't equate to your value of like importance.
Yeah.
And I hate questions like this.
I just came into my head, but my mind is in that. I need to calm down.
Calm down what?
My mind. Just in that area.
What area?
I'm just seeking love.
Genevieve is
Genevieve is what? She's what? What have I ever done to you, Favor?
Genevieve is in love.
I'm not in love.
You know what? I just feel like I haven't actually exposed you today.
No!
Okay. No, I'm not going to expose you like that. I'm going to expose you because last week we talked about how Genevieve... What were you trying to do? Block her mouth? Last week we talked about how Genevieve, when we were younger, actually... Because Genevieve basically, she doesn't drink as much. But when she does get drunk, it's like... You don't know what you're going to get. But when we were younger, she was always crying.
I was, and yeah.
She was an emotional wreck. She would literally cry. And it wasn't just crying like... just actual crying. I'm like, what's happened to you? But now, she's not crying. Now she just talks a lot and laughs.
Yeah, I giggle.
It shows growth. It shows
it shows growth. Yeah, exactly, Favour. I was depressed back then. Now I'm just living
lying. She likes to drink, by the way. She likes to drink all the time.
I'm not an I beg Favour, please, por favor. I'm not an alcoholic.
Listen to me, guys.
The last time I had a sip of... it was on Monday. No. But it was a special occasion because it was my best friend's birthday. And the Baileys was like, I could literally drink it in one shot and it'd do nothing to me. Did you not have gin and tonic? You. I even have videos and pictures, ladies and gentlemen.
Show the videos.
I need to hack into your phone first.
Exactly. You're lying. You don't have nothing.
Yeah, but that was a special occasion. It was my friend's birthday.
She likes drinking, guys.
And before that, the last time I had a sip of anything alcoholic was at my cousin's wedding.
And that was a very event.
Did you not have fun with me though?
No.
I think you had fun, Favour.
What? You can lie to yourself. At the event, this girl didn't want to do anything. She's like, I just need to drink a bit more. Yeah, I just need to drink a bit more. Whereas me, yeah, I'm not the most confident person, but I don't care. I can dance anywhere. If you want to watch me, that's your business. I don't care, but I can dance anyway. It's not a problem. But you know who doesn't like to dance in front of people? And it's just like, I don't understand. In the hotel, before we came out, she had so much energy. She was like, I am going to dance. I'm going to dance. And she was even showing me the different dance. She was showing different dance moves. I was like, wow, you go, girl.
Do it like it's your B-day.
There you go, girl. All of us get there. And I saw Gina completely change. I was thinking, what's going on? I kept dragging her to dance. Bearing in mind, this was her cousin's wedding. I didn't know anybody there, by the way.
No, I won't say anything. You didn't know anyone.
Who did I know?
You didn't know anyone. Apart from me, that was the only person you knew.
Exactly.
Yeah, carry on.
And I don't know what you're trying to do here, but I didn't know anybody. This was Genevieve's family members, and it was her cousin. So it's like, I'm trying to force you to dance at your cousin. I don't know these people. And she's like, you just go dance. Dance with who? I don't know them. So I can't just dance for myself. But then she kept drinking and she was loosening up a bit more. She was still a bit more like, a bit self-conscious and stuff. As soon as we got to the hotel, I realised, I was like, why is she laughing? She just kept laughing. And I didn't understand. I was like, what's going on? I was thinking, is she laughing? Am I extreme? Am I funny today? I'm not doing anything. I realised she was drunk when I was washing my face and she started laughing at the water.
Yeah, because I remember I said, Favour, you're wasting that water. The energy bill's going to go up.
At the sound of the water. I was like, this girl's drunk. She's drunk. But yeah.
No, but you had fun.
I had fun after.
Yeah, after where?
When we got to the hotel.
Yeah, with me being drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
A little bit.
Oh,
Favour. I had a little bit of fun at the wedding as well. It was an amazing wedding for what it was. I just wish I knew people.
Yeah.
That's what it was. But it was nice. It was the couple was amazing.
Beautiful.
Guys, thank you. We need to end it.
Okay.
We can talk for hours.
We can. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know how long we've been talking for, but hopefully this makes up for the lack of the
last week.
Yeah. I think we talked about a lot of things, to be fair. We talked. We walked.
But,
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode, guys. We hope that it made up for last week. We want to hear your dilemma.
Oh, you just took the words out of my mouth. Please.
Don't be shy. We don't judge.
For you. Yeah, you cry.
I want you to cry for me.
Is that how you cry? You just said the answer's not even this. Oh! No, but guys, please send in your dilemmas. Do you know what? I feel like I'm gonna start approaching people now because at this point, that's the only thing that's gonna work because we're not gonna come to.
It doesn't even have to be deep. You can literally be like, "Oh, this week I'm feeling really low. Can you give me some positivity?"
Yeah, we're not gonna mention your name. Just send in your dilemmas about anything.
Literally, just say, and even if you want to just say hello and we're amazing, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
A bit more than that.
But dilemmas, but we hope you guys have enjoyed listening to us in this episode.
Yes, hopefully the sound quality is better. Because we have suffered.
No, but honestly, it's been absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
I feel like this is almost therapy, you know.
You know what? I actually look forward to it. Yeah.
Like, everything that's in my head,
it comes out.
But yeah, hope you guys have really enjoyed listening to us, and we're going to be back again next week.
Same place, same time.
More to talk about.
Yes.
more issues and hopefully positive things.
Did we talk about anything negative?
I talked about having fears.
Thanks guys for listening. See you next week.
Love you guys.
Adios.
Bye. Bye-bye.